Is your humor good? If it's good or not, somehow you've seen this page. And maybe there were thousands of different global accounts that were created without authorization from the parent organization. Brazil, Germany, Spain, the Arab continent, Turkey, every country you can think of had stolen profiles in the name of 9gag. So what were they doing? Good guess. They were stealing posts from the original 9gag account, adapting them to their own country's culture, sharing them on their page, and then increasing their followers. 9gag was not happy that there were copycats, but rather took a negative attitude towards them and copyrighted all these profiles. It's only natural for the best-known organization in its category to do this. 9gag copyrighted anyone who stole their name, stole their caps, stole their content, forums, websites, and so on. As things were going on, they hit a brick wall. This continued with 9gag being the one who started the war. The copyright wars on social platforms gave way to the most interesting battle in the history of the internet. Before I forget, I really spend hours preparing the videos. I find 70% of the images I use myself. You would make me very happy by subscribing and commenting on my channel. Viewers of The Real Side, if you're ready, here we go. Ray Chan, the founder of 9gag, graduated from the University of Hong Kong in 2004 with a law degree. After graduating, he was working as a lawyer for a bank. As time passed, he decided that this was not the job he would love to do and quit. He left the bank and started working as a news anchor and commentator for Now TV, a Chinese-owned channel. I can hear you guessing that for the story to continue, this should not have been the job he wanted. Yes, he left again. He wandered around unemployed for a while, got his head together, and in 2007, he started working for Anobii, a company selling online products. Around this time, Facebook was rapidly rising to fame. Our clever friend came up with something, 9gag. He was going to create a platform where people would create memes, caps at the time. Then, he aimed to share these memes on platforms like Facebook and grow 9gag. He collected documents, drafts, data, and ideas and created the project. Then, he presented it to his boss. The boss was interested in the project and liked it very much, and work started quickly. In 2008, 9gag was launched in China and quickly rose to the top. Members started mass production, caps and memes were produced and then shared on Facebook, and Facebook pages grew incredibly. October 6th, 2012, bingo! Instagram was founded, and the 9gag name continued to spread globally. Immediately afterwards, they embraced this opportunity and created an Instagram account and became one of the creators with the most followers in the shortest time. In those years, the money they made was incalculable. It was growing fast, but it also had to be spent. They moved 9gag's headquarters to Silicon Valley. With a snowball effect, the company continued to grow tremendously, and the investments they received continued to pour in. Within 3 to 5 years, they had built one of the biggest internet forums. This forum, which continued to be one of the most popular forums for a long time, came up with a very good idea from our ancestors. On the 9th anniversary of the 9gag name, when the organization was on its 9th anniversary, they wanted to organize an event that would be remembered globally outside the internet world. How do you think the decision was made? Democracy. The memes that received the most likes on the forum would be engraved on a 4.5-meter-long limestone weighing about 24,000 kilograms by the masters of their craft. After a week of voting, more than 10 million people had seen the event, and nearly 900,000 votes had been cast. the voting was over. The hundreds of winning memes icons were engraved by master stonecutters over a period of weeks on a stone that resembled a large container. On April 25, 2017, 9gag posted a video on their YouTube channel. In the video, they were telling people what I have been telling you so far. There was a vote, you won, we carved it in a huge limestone, we're doing it for future generations, and so on. And then what do you think happened? This stone was not put in a special place, it was not put in a museum, it was not put in front of the 9gag headquarters. It was just buried in a random location in the world that nobody knew about, that they said nobody would ever find. Without giving a location, it was just obvious from the video. The idea was that centuries later, generations after us would somehow find this stone and read it, just like the ancient inscriptions. So, it was to show what ancient people laughed at. Some of us thought it was very meaningful and beautiful, but some of us thought it was quite ridiculous. There were people who would quote what you're seeing right now and say, "What's so funny about that?" There were others who said, "They carved things in stone that aren't funny at all. It's so pointless and ridiculous." Other platform users were already sharpened. They were even saying that the stone was outdated, claiming that the things old people laugh at are funnier, that these memes, which are more stale than moldy cheese, are not as funny as they used to be, and that they cannot be a light for the generations that will come after us in this way. Especially 4chan users were making fun of 9gag's sense of humor. They were also very uncomfortable with 9gag's royalties, which I mentioned at the beginning of the video. Another problem they had was that the last name of the founder of 9gag, Ray Chan, was Chan. 4chan users, who said that 9gag had no original sense of humor, even made fun of the last name of the founder of 9gag. This was almost the real reason for the hostility. Ray's last name is Chan. They said that 9gag members choose ridiculous memes, that they can't make real memes, and that the ones in the stone won't make them laugh even next year. As things went on, this nonsense became the most popular topic, first on 4chan and then on Reddit. While on Reddit things were just reacting and talking, things were different on 4chan. They were determined to find a solution. At the beginning, they started a campaign with the hashtag #SmashTheStone. And called 4chan's special forces and commandos to duty. The operation was launched, and everyone involved in the operation started to search everywhere in the video. After all, it was very easy for the guys who found the location of the militant groups from the lamppost in the incident I mentioned in my 2 previous videos. If you haven't seen that video, I suggest you watch it. You will enjoy it. Let's move on. They were to find the coordinates from the video 9gag shared and then break the stone. 9gag made a mistake here. The location they said was hidden was actually revealed in some detail in the video they shared. You had to be really professional to be able to see it and find it. But you know, it was a piece of cake for 4chan. The first piece of information was the license plate of the truck carrying 9gag's stone. 9gag made another mistake. They forgot to censor the license plate of the truck. In fact, if they hadn't made this mistake, I think things would have been much more difficult. The truck was of Spanish origin. Once they had this information, they identified all the Spanish-speaking countries in the world and their respective locations. On this map, from dark to light, you can see the concentration of Spanish-speaking countries in the world. The next thing they did was to start finding limestone mines wherever they could, including the bordering countries. In another video, 9gag implied that the craftsman who made the stone spoke no English. 4chan was on the right track with one piece of information. So they eliminated the English-Spanish-speaking countries and continued their search in the remaining 10 to 12 countries. From this point on, their job was even easier. While searching on Google Maps, they tried to find regions with similar soil and climate conditions to those in the video. From the shadow cast by the sun at the end of the video, they determined which hemisphere of the world the stone was in. That's how clean and professional these guys were. They were in the northern hemisphere. Then they started to investigate who a man in the video was, because they wondered if they could get new information. Again, they identified all the information about this man, from his birth to his current life. Antonio Solar worked for a company called Lola. They started researching the company and found out that it was a transportation company. Antonio Solar was the chief designer of this company. The company's office is located in Spain, and they do almost all of their activities there. Bingo! They're almost there. The limestone quarry used in the video, shared by 9gag, most closely resembled the one in Almeria, Spain. The quarry there mined almost the same limestone. They used Google Maps to navigate all the roads leading to this quarry. Think about every detail they saw in the video. Trees, rocks on the side of the road, landforms, road lanes. They tried to find the exact location. When they found that some places matched, they were even closer. For 9gag, the circle was narrowing. For 4chan, it was getting easier. The narrower the area, the closer they got to the stone. With pebbles, large stones, rocks, holes and calculations, they managed to find the exact position of the stone. And the spot was exactly here, 36°56', 45.32 N, 2°24', 33.41 W. If you look at this coordinate, it won't be hard to realize that the stone was buried exactly there. On the internet, in 2018, at that time, many YouTubers talked about this incident, and even though 4chan found the coordinates of the stone, 4chan members or any other internet user did not complete the operation, so the stone was not damaged, and if anyone did, no one shared it. Nobody touched our stone. 9gag users mocked other forum users for a long time. No one from 4chan, Reddit, or any other forum was able to respond. It's 2021, 4 years after the Smash Stone. Years passed, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021. During this time, no one was making a sound. Not a single person went near the stone and did the slightest damage, except for a friend of Spanish origin. In mid-2021, after seeing the video and the events, he started his journey to the location via GPS. He went to a market and bought liters of vinegar, the antidote to limestone. He loaded the vinegar into his car, took his friends with him, and searched for hours for the location and finally found it. Even though years had passed, the stone had retained its location and the distinctness of its ground. Maybe someone just dug it up and left, or maybe 9gag didn't hide it well. Our friend of Spanish origin poured liters of vinegar from the trunk of his car right on the stone. He filmed everything he did from start to finish on August 26, 2021, and shared it publicly on YouTube.
This one's for you, 4chan. Let's get all in the thing. Is it's like, I don't know what to do here, because I'm imagining that if I spray it too weakly, too thin, then it's all just going to evaporate. So
although the video got few views, people took screenshots and spread them on forums. This man was now the new hero of thousands of people. 9gag's disgraceful deed had finally been punished by someone. The mission had been accomplished, and platforms other than 9gag, and especially 4chan, were talking about what this guy had done.